G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and this is part 7 and the final part for Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver. I will be doing a follow-up episode due to the deleted content that this game is missing. There is technically a third of it gone, and thankfully they have added in the bonus section some of that missing content. Now, spoiler moment here, if you have not played this or any of the other games, it will leave you confused if you only play this game. But there is two bosses missing: the priestess and your brother Turel. Turel is not in this game anywhere, at least in the official game. In the original version of this game, before it got cut out, Turel does show up, and that will be in the bonus content. But as regarding to this video, we do not meet Turel at all. After the cutscene where him and Duma throw you into the abyss, that's it. Turel disappears. Now, there are some speculations, and in later games it does reveal what happened to Turel, but I'm not going to go into any of that because that's major spoiler territory, especially for the future episodes in the franchise. Now, I have been playing with good old games, so now I have all the franchise, and I may eventually get through all of them. I might even go back to do Blood Omen. We'll see how that goes. I do have one more thing to say before we get into this. There was an update before I started recording this, which finally gave us a feature that we've all been asking for. In options and game options, we have a day-night cycle, and it is defaultly turned off. So that's absolutely brilliant. Now, my issue with this game, it has been my literal Murphy's Law. What is Murphy's Law, you may ask? What can go wrong will go wrong. I've already finished this game. Then you might be saying, well, Dave, you didn't upload it, and you're playing it, so how did you finish it? I finished it. OBS updated beforehand, and for some reason changed the input recording, so the recording of the game footage was changed to default setting instead of my actual video audio card. So I recorded my voice and nothing else. So I have all the achievements. I had completed the game. On the plus side, now there is more than a few spots where I kind of fluffed things, so now I can actually go back and redo it. I've saved over my old save because if it wasn't bad enough, the closest save I had to getting back to where I was up to was before we killed Duma. So I had to do the Ash Village and Duma all over again. So that's why I have 632. I had 710. So let's get into this. I will point out the achievements that I've already gotten, so you know where you pick them up. But yes. Now, to start with, one achievement. Where is it? I've got it saved on my tablet so I don't have to switch over. The Ariel Remembers achievement, which is listen to all of Ariel's hints. Now, I originally went back to this Citadel of the Clans to get that achievement. I'm not doing that this time. There's no point. I've already got it. But at the time of me recording this, only 4% of people have it, which is quite something. Now, apparently they did also add a tutorial somewhere here so you could access your glyph menu. I'm not gonna go find it. I'll leave that where it is. But we will try to get everything else. I don't know if it's done it, but I'm going to go to... Where are you? Ruined City? Yeah. Now, if you look down the bottom right side, so the Ruined City was the Ash Village, Duma's territory. When I did this recording last time, where you see health power ups found, it said 0 of 1 even though I had it. So just know that if you unlock the achievement and get all the health upgrades and that doesn't change, it's just a glitch and a bug. So no, you did not miss one. All right, so we don't need to go to there. We will go to Raziel's because we are going to need to go there because there is a couple of collectibles I need. More like I want at this point. Plus, it's always nice hearing Aussie mid-rushing, if that's how you pronounce it. I'm actually sure I used to have that as my ringtone at one point. So I'm just burning through everything. I also have to laugh. I started recording this video and didn't realize I hadn't beaten Duma yet. So I literally got through most of this. It's like, oh, I haven't killed Duma. Guess I better go do that then. Good thing I love this game. Alright, this is where we need to be. So we have the original gate. And we turn the dial. Click the switch. And we open another gate. Now there's only one useful one. And I'm trying to remember which one it is. I think there's only one useful one. No, there's two. All right. So one is a health power up and one's a ability upgrade. A eldritch energy, I should call it. That's one. And just remember which way you're turning because you could just reopen the path to Melchiah's instead. Now, I don't think we need this one. Let's have a look. No, we want this one. So the other one that I'm not going to use just gets you above the fire that leads in here before you go up the stairs. Alright, puzzle room. Alright. At least we got some decent music while we do it. I think it's only one, yep. Dun, 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 dun. Now we need to build a little ladder. Now should only be 3. Now we only need that many, I think. Nope, we do need another one. Or do we need to get closer? I think we need to get closer. I was gonna say, that looked like a climb. I should know this, I already did this last night. Oops. Alright. Now that should be about right. There we go. Now I'm trying to think if that was the last one. I just gotta check the human citadel. No, we're missing one. So there's one more to go. And we're gonna go human citadel next. Alright, so we're not going to worry about the last one. I think he's just respawned too. Surprisingly, when I did this, I didn't realize they respawned while he was still in the area. Is he? Yep, he is. Maybe I technically left the area. But the other drawbridge leads you up above here and gets you to a power source up there. That's why I sort of skipped it. Alright, maybe you're still dead. Okay, apparently they still are. Sweet. We could actually go to Rahab's because we gotta go there too. I won't lie, seeing some achievements sometimes amazes me. Especially when no one's got them or very few people have got them. Now it shouldn't be that amazing, but sometimes it just brings the thought. Alright, so we're gonna go to the Human Citadel. And this is one of the areas I fluffed up when I was trying to get the piece. Because honestly, I could have done this probably third part? First part, because no. Yeah, at the beginning of the fourth part, I could have done this. It's because I'd forgotten how it worked and wasn't paying too much attention. So of course we really only needed Zephon's climbing ability. So we have this, and I'm like, well, I think there's some way around it. There is. You just have to find the right way, and I think I've got the right way. This way? No, it's not this way. That's the other way. So to the right side of the waterway. Or left side, I suppose. If you see... No, I was going to say if you see the Eldritch energy, but you can't really see it. So if you see the light flashing, you're in the right spot. You have some magic here, which I don't need, and you flick the switch. Right, and then you got another one over there, which we don't need. You come in here, and we go up here. And we jump across. Now, you can't make this any other way because those ledges are too small, to which I attempted, and I fell. So yeah, I completely bypassed it. Now this is the second time I've almost killed these dudes, and this is some quite lovely architecture, but it brings up a question later on which hopefully I remember to ask. But yeah, just pay attention to the artwork, well, not necessarily the artwork, but the masonry work, I think you would call it. Alright, so was that the last one? I think that was the last one. Just go through things. There's nothing in those ones. Yeah, I think that was it. So that should have unlocked you Great Old One. Reach maximum glyph energy. Which at the time of this recording had 7.1% of players, which, considering where some of them is located, I can kind of understand. But now we're done with the Human Citadel. We won't be back here. We're done. And I admit the last time I tried this, I ended up back with the water tower. And I was like, oh, wrong way. Alright, we're going to go to visit Rahab's territory. Where are we? Nope. There we go. Now, once again, we couldn't come here without Duma's ability. So yeah, you cannot get through here without Duma. As lackluster as his ability is. I'll see if I can keep my Fire Reaver. But we don't actually have to go very far. Oop, that was a bit too soon. Oh, that was lucky. Oh, bugger. I might pick the Fire Reaver up again. I don't think I will, though. Let's get these out of the way. And like I said, we don't have to go very far. We just need to get to here and do our little trick. I don't know why there's a gutter down here. Each to their own, I guess. Now we have to find the right gate. Is it this one? Yes, this one. And there's a possessed Rahabium. Get him out of the way. And there we go. So that fills up our health. So actually I was gonna say I wonder if it'd show it. But yeah. So that would give us the Soul Spiral reach maximum 9.7% of people had it. So I'm just checking my little thing here to make sure I haven't forgot any of the ones. I think now it's all story elements. That is, oh, there is one more collectible, but that'll be later on. All right, so I'm going to save me a little bit of time, and I'm going to save here, and I'm going to quit, and I'm going to load it up. So this saves us trying to get back to Rahab's teleporter. Because now we're going to go all the way back to Duma's teleporter. So we've done everything. We've collected everything. I was sure there used to be a way to actually bring up your collectibles, but apparently not. Also, if you want an interesting way to play this, you can always try the D-pad. But I'm perfectly happy to stick with the one I've got. Alright, so Dumas. Now we can get back to the story. We have everything. We have collected everything. There's no more health items. There is no more glyphs or anything. We've done it all. I thought I actually knocked him out. Now, I think I originally went back to Raziel's territory to get the Fire Reaver, but you don't really need to. Because there actually should be one really close nearby here. There should be a little cave. There it is. Don't know whose fire it was. Maybe at some point it was some hunters, maybe. Alright, so the Oracle's Cave, which is where we're going to next. Once again, you could get all this way, you wouldn't have been able to unlock it. Now, I will drop this information here. Before coming here, we should have ran into Turel's location. So I don't know. I think the Chronoplast happened, then two rails happened. So you'd have to go back to the citadel. That's not here. That's gone. So we will open this up. And go inside. Now, as far as I'm aware, this would have been... Let me just take these guys out. So entering here should have given you... Enter the Oracle Cave where time is but a loop, which apparently has 22.4 plays. I don't know why I keep mentioning that. I just think it's interesting. Is somewhat spooky too. Now this should be a warp room. Yep. I'll grab it. I don't need it, but I'll grab it. Knew there was a Terrarium here somewhere. Alright, so we have here a big old door. I'm gonna swallow his soul and hopefully he doesn't reappear. Okay. Alright, so door's locked. We shift phases and we jump through. Now this is another spot I fluffed up and badly. So first thing you want to do is you want to activate this. That will lock off the main floor, but it'll open the sides. And then we can do some fiddling. Now there is wraiths here, so just be aware of it, but if you're quick enough to get to portals, you don't really have to worry about them. Because I think there is, yeah, there is a... Oh, it is a Terrarium. I thought it was a Rahabium for some reason. Now, you need to get one of these blocks over there. So if you look on the doorways, there's a red Z thing here, which is that one. And if you can actually look up there, that one has a blue chair thing, which is that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull this one out to that will unblock that one. We'll actually lock that one. But that's all right. That doesn't matter that much right now. Because it's better off doing that one than the next one. All right, get that out of the way. Also, very cool looking dudes. Also them. Alright, so now we're going to swap it. Because we need that blue one open. So we're going to swap these over. Like so. And then we shift. Now I swear the Wraith always somehow gets in here and I'm not sure how. Alright. Oh, not close enough. Okay. And we got the good old draggy thing. I will say I would have liked if they'd actually made this a little bit smoother, but hey, classic games are awesome for so many reasons. Now, instead of putting it into one of these to open that, we're going to put it in this one. Because that is the end solution for this puzzle. That's one. Face back and we go back around. That sounds always a bit creepy. Alright. Now we get our fancy block back out. Also, I know it's a puzzle, but considering who owned this cave, I would use the term, I don't know how he found the time, but more along the lines of why did he bother? Realistically. There we go. And everything gets nice and open. Alright, now I could kill him. I think we will anyway. Alright, so this is showing us a little solution. Point the golden thing at a thing and it opens. Now, I'm not really valid of the fact that that was needed for this area, but I suppose if you're using a lot of glyph powers and whatnot. I thought there was a wraith here. The funny thing is, there's a wraith here, but there's no body. Alright, we need to get over there. Now, originally I was concerned that this jump was way bigger than I thought it was, but you can actually make it back. Because up the top there we have another fire. So we can actually get our fire Reaver back. Which I love. Obviously, if you fall, you'll lose it again, but don't fall. So we cut a couple more of the Tyrillium. It's somewhat interesting that there's a lot of Tyrilliums here. I don't know why they would be here. I don't know what Tyrell was up to with the Chronoplast. I guess they're just guard dogs. But we use our good old Morlock ability. Hey, buddy. Now, we could use the Spectral Realm and get in there, but there's just 2 energy orbs. So it's not really worth it. Alright, puzzle time. Spin the dials. 1. I love the fact this is going to go through even with a corpse there. Alright, so that's opened back to the entrance. Alright, so now we got to go back. I think we can just jump down here, can't we? I didn't think you respawned so fast. Alright, so we're going to lose our fire Reaver, unfortunately. And now we got to turn the dial back so we can actually get out of here. Alright, where are we going? This way. Nope, this way. Suppose we could partly go through. Oh no, we still got to phase back through, don't we? Hey, buddy. Where'd that go? There it is. If I can grab it. There we go.
The Oracle's Cave, where Kain's first fateful meeting with Mobius occurred. Mobius played the role of a doddering soothsayer, stirring his pot of visions while dispensing enigmatic predictions to gullible visitors. Underneath the facade was Mobius the Time Streamer, sorcerer of the Circle of Nine, a ruthless manipulator with the power to bend time. Since his murder at Kain's hands centuries ago, these caves have stood vacant, though, like Mobius himself, they are rumored to be only a facade for a much larger, more elaborate complex. I sensed that Kain was here, and at that moment, I would have plumbed the depths of hell to find him.
Alright, so we'll do this first because I want my Fire Reaver back. Then we'll grab that. And we will spin. Now, in Blood Omen, you can't do this. You get here, you go back. But yes, this was the cavern of Mobius the Time Streamer. Now, in saying that, there is some elements I wish were here. I have played Blood Omen more than a couple of times. But there is some elements in this area that is very much missing that I wish they'd added, but they might have wanted to and just couldn't. I also like to think that these are meant to be the Seraphim priests. So off we go, and that should have given you where is it? Has this all been foretold? Which is coming up, which either coming up or we would have reached it. Reached the Chronoplast chambers. So maybe a little bit further on. If you haven't got it here, it'll come a little bit later.
This, I deduced, must be the man himself, the Time Streamer, Mobius. He seemed not at all the impressive figure I had imagined from Kain's boasted exploits. And yet, even this cold image radiated a certain undeniable power.
Alright, we gotta turn the clock until the light points where we want it to. If I can hold the handle. Not too far. Sorry, I just got distracted. Something popped up and took my eyes away. Alright, you can walk down there. I'm not going to. I'm just going to drop. You miss nothing by going all the way down here. It's just a path. So, it's fine. Alright, color puzzle. I hope you know your primary colors. I just can never remember which way I've actually got to turn. Okay. Yep. That's one. Unfortunately, while it does give you a hint that there is something down on the floor, it doesn't actually tell you which way. Alright, so that's the wrong way around apparently. So I should have done the right one first. Also, you may want to remember the patterns on these things. The hint is later, but it is part of the thing. Part of a puzzle, I should say. I don't know why I keep dropping the word thing. Now, I said to make a note of the, what would you want to call it? The, Masonic artwork. This is looking very much like that room where we got the, was it the health? No, it was the Eldritch upgrade. I think it was Eldritch, whichever it was, in the Human Citadel. The artwork is very similar. So go through the door. You don't need that one. Alright. Get him before he gets me. Alright, so excluding the puzzle, this room has always given me a certain level of confusion. So you have the clan symbols on the floor. So there you have Kain, Zephon, Raziel, Turel, Raziel again for some reason, Rahab, Melchiah, and Duma. I'm not sure why these are now. Yes, it's a puzzle. Let's just go with that. I don't know why Mobius has a puzzle of all the clan symbols under his chambers. So that just raises a few questions for me now. Red's got to go over there. And of course, you don't even really have to pay attention to the puzzle itself. Just make sure that the door's actually moving the right way. Yellow's Melchiah, which is one back. And it should be Turel, which is... Alright, so I better not turn the red. One and one more. There we go. Thought I could hear one of his. I would kill him because I want my spear back. Now, if you go down, you're going to get stuck. You basically have to come back up again. You just need to glide across. Another one. Now, I admit this was one of my dumb moments going, no, I'm stuck. I can't remember where I was supposed to go. Very simple. Move the blocks. Alright, so that gets our little ticking mechanism working. Now, I think if you go that way, you get to some Eldritch energy. We go this way, we have to get onto there. I use Spectral Realm. I don't think you actually need to, though. So I'm going to try doing this without the Spectral Realm. Just got to wait for the... There it is. Didn't think you actually need it. And jump. Long way down. Oh, forgot you were there. Oh, you get. Why are you not locking on and tossing it at him? One. There should be another Terrarium, I think. Nope. There's... Oh, hang on. Yeah, there is. I can hear it. Yes, Raziel. throw a thing through the floor. Where is he? There he is. Gotcha. Now, this puzzle is surprisingly easy if you know which way to go. That goes straight in the right spot. Flip. And I think we want to go this way. Yep. Bring up back one. And flip. Now one of these goes straight in place, this one. And then this one needs to be flipped too. So one. I think it's this way. Yes. We can bring it back, and flip. Whee! All right. So, remember these symbols. Right, this is what we're going to need. So we need a crucifix with an up, we need a tentacle and a triangle, and we want a O and a Z. Apparently that ability does not want to work for me. I did like the fire one. Maybe this will give us back our Soul Reaver too. I think that did too. Yep. Alright, so crucifix and an up. At least that's what I'm calling it. Yeah, must swing when I got them all if I remember correctly. A Z with an O. And a tentacle with a triangle, which always gives me Lovecraftian feels. Do a fancy jump and oh. Now, if you really are having a hard time trying to get up there, you can always do the spectral. But I feel it's just unnecessary if you time it right. You can even do it backwards. That's two, and one more. Have we done this one? I can't remember. Soon find out. And I stuffed that one up. But I made it even better. That's it. Kind of cool that he uses crystals for lighting and not fire. So this might have also been where you got the Chronoplast achievement, I think. I can't remember exactly where it kicked in.
My arrival in this miserable age. What trickery is this?
It is no illusion, Raziel, but a glimpse into the currents of time itself.
And apparently I lost my spear. That kind of sucks. Now, I always forget which way I was going after the Chronoplast visions. Oh, so they don't make the noises?
These apparitions torment me. Has this all been foretold?
So we've seen his resurrection. We've seen Kain destroy the Reaver when he attacked him during the first fight. Ah, okay, I've gone the wrong way and I found my spear. Sweet. See if I can actually keep it, not drop it. Some rather interesting artwork. Very Raziel-ish. Well, at least before he was dead. Dead, resurrected, however you want to call it.
Impossible! This must be one of Kain's deceptions.
Yeah, I bet you I lost it again. Nope, got it this time. This way. I think. Oh, yep.
My mind reels with conflict. Does Kain await me moments from now? Or in some century yet to come?
Now, pay attention to this because that's something that I'll discuss after we do a little bit more. It actually wants to load properly.
This cannot be. What madness does this scene portend? Kain must think me credulous to suffer these lies.
I think that was the last one. Was it? No, there should be one more. And I've gone the wrong way again. Here we go.
Is this phantasm a conjuration of my mind, or an echo of future events?
And that's all the visions. Now we should have, there it is. There is the final chronopass, the final my brain's going numb on me now. The final warp gate, which if you found all of them, you would have gotten warp factor. So someone's a fan of Star Trek. Also, that's not how that's supposed to look. Anyway, at the recording this, there's 10.8% of players who actually have it. So we're going to leave this here where it is. Now, if you wanted to go back and do anything, like you've missed locations, you missed content, you haven't picked something up, you want to adventure some more, now's the opportunity to literally save, because we're about to finish the game. We are going for the final battle. Well, I should say the final boss fight.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress. I imagined you'd be here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss?
No. I had faith in you.
I admit this
In your
choppy
ability
audio
to
annoys me.
hate, in your self-righteous indignation.
Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this.
Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
Very poetic, Kain. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
These chambers offer insight for those patient enough to look. In your haste to find me, perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough. Our futures are predestined. Mobius foretold mine a millennium ago. We each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion.
I have been to the tomb of Seraphan, Kain. Your dirty secret is exposed. How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire?
How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination,
Who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil? I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse.
You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours.
You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Kain. These apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
Destiny is a game, is it not? And now, you await my latest move.
So this fight plays out very much the same way it did the first time, except now we have multi-levels. And he turns one of the devices each time. Now I don't know if you can actually get the other achievement where you don't get hit during this fight, but I wouldn't advise it because it can be fiddly at best. And you don't have an easier time actually getting there. This is the one that always forgets which way he's actually going, and it's the wrong one. Whoa. And you can't attack him with your claws. You have to have the Reaver, and he's the other way around. God dang it. There he is. Can I get to him? I don't think I can. Oh, just. But those lightning bolts will go around the pillars, so don't expect to use them for defense.
You nearly had me, Raziel. But this is not where or how it ends. Fate promises more twists before this drama unfolds completely.
Be warned, Raziel. Once you cross this threshold, you are beyond my influence.
Mobius.
Raziel, Redeemer and Destroyer, Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where time is but a loop, a loose stitch in the universal cloth. A streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip, and plunge the fate of planets into chaos.
And that's it. Now, I will say, for starters, I don't like these credits. Don't like them. I am nostalgic for the original ones. It had artwork in the background and it had Dumas' music on. Now, when you beat Kain, you would have gotten the "You Nearly Had Me" achievement. Defeat Kain for the second time, which 20.8 players had it as of when I saved my screenshot. So, we'll go back to the main menu. Richard Doyle is Mobius, and going through his discography on Wiki, I tried to find anyone that it would actually be noticeable from animation, which a lot of these shows I don't remember a lot of. Apparently, he was Robert Kelly in Wolverine and the X-Men. I'll thought myself radio. But gamers will notice him more apart from being Mobius. He was the Fury in Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, and apparently was Big Boss in Metal Gear 4 Guns of the Patriots. But I don't actually remember that. So that was quite a surprise. And a couple other roles that don't really stick out to me, honestly. So there we go. Now, before I finish this episode, I do want to explain a couple of things, or at least try to. Right, so we saw the Chronoplast visions. The first one was Raziel showing up in the underworld. Second one was the Reaver being broken. Third one was Kain being met face to face. The next one was Ariel being killed. And the last one was Raziel on top in a window, basically a balcony with a Red Reaver. So the original ending for Soul Reaver, excluding Tyrell and the Priestess, what would have happened was you would have beaten Kain in the Chronoplast. He wouldn't have time traveled. He would have actually run off to his mountain retreat. That's where we see him in the third vision. So that's actually the final boss fight of the original game. Now, some point between that battle with Kain in the Chronoplast chamber, we would beat the Priestess and get the position ability. We would kill Tyrell and get the advanced force ability. We would then make our way to Ariel, who at some point would have told us that the Reaver was not strong enough to kill Kain, and that it would require a sacrifice to beat him. To which then Raziel would then meet Ariel anywhere, we have no idea exactly where, because it's not even the bonus content. You would meet her somewhere and you would hit her and you would get the Ariel Reaver. Now, the Ariel Reaver is not visible in the third Chronoplast vision with Kain, which incites that maybe they had that done first before the Ariel one. So you would then eventually make yourself, try that again. You would then make your way to the mountain retreat. So I think you actually killed Ariel first, then did the Priestess and Tyrell, because you actually needed Tyrell's location to get to the mountain retreat. So take that for what it is. I'm doing this off the top of my head, so I don't quite remember exact specifications. Anyway, so you would then eventually go to confront Kain. You would defeat Kain, probably in the same manner we just beat him twice before. And doing so, you would take his soul. Now, you would get a small portion of his soul in the Chronoplast battle, which allow you to force change. You shift at will, so you don't need portals anymore. You can shift anywhere. You can actually unlock that ability using the debug menu, but it doesn't really do much, especially if you don't have all the other abilities unlocked. Anyway, so you get to Kain, you beat Kain, you take his soul, and the Soul Reaver goes from yellow and blue to red. So you get the Kain Reaver, which is so powerful, it's basically can kill everything. Now, as far as I'm aware, the Ariel Reaver and the Kain Reaver, you never lost them. They were basically became the default, so you're basically increasing its strength. Don't take my word for it. I'm sure somebody else can prove otherwise. Anyway, you kill Kain, you would go then back to the Silent Cathedral, go to some room that is anybody's guess, and you would open up the pipes of the Silent Cathedral, and even though Raziel wasn't sure if he would survive himself, would kill all the vampires in Nosgoth. So Raziel coming out onto the balcony is actually on top of the Silent Cathedral, to which then the Elder God would say, well done, and you are a great servant. So it was just Raziel and the humans left, and the Elder God. There is a website, thelostworlds.net, I think it still is, which has all the content that was deleted in it. And I will mention that again when we do the bonus content, which I'll post probably the same time as I'm posting this, if for those who are interested. So yeah, so this went from a full-fledged game that was supposed to end to a to be continued because they ran out of resources or time or whatever it was and had to cut the last third off, and we got to continue, which then leads from this into Soul Reaver 2. So it's Blood Omen, Soul Reaver 2. Blood Omen is technically a side story, beg my pardon. So if you really wanted the main line, you go Blood Omen, Soul Reaver 2, Defiance. But the events of Blood Omen 2 do have an effect on Defiance. But it does come technically after Soul Reaver 2. But that's neither here nor there. We finished the game. It is done. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. I check my analytics. A lot more than a few of you are not subscribed. It's telling me so. So make sure you do so. But apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.